Hey guys, it's Katie. Thanks for joining me today. I'm here today with a really fun project. I'm going to show you guys how I made this cute little sign. I mentioned in one of my previous YouTube videos that I wanted to add something to my schoolhouse theme that I have going on in this area. If you missed it, make sure you check out my other videos and make sure that you're following me on Instagram. I'm pretty excited to be sharing a lot of behind the scenes things in my stories on Instagram. And I did share a little bit more about this whole area and how this particular sign ties together. So let's head out to the garage today and we're gonna work on this project. I wanted my sign today to be about a 12 by 12 inch sign. So I'm using a piece of 1 by 12 that was in my scrap. And when I measured it, it was about 11¼ inches wide. So that is going to work perfectly. I'm sanding down all the edges. I just don't want any rough edges, even though I am framing it. But sometimes the cut from the saw will leave a little bit of edges. So then I measured the two sides and I'm using a 1 by 2. We get these 1 by 2s at the lumber yard and then they strip them so that they're about a 1 by 1 inch piece of wood. And you can see my fancy measuring there. I did measure the two sides of my board, and then after I put the two sides on, I measured the top and bottom. I prefer to have the longer pieces on the bottom of my signs because that way if I set it down, I know that if I accidentally measured wrong or one piece is a little bit too long or too short, it's not going to be wobbly. So I try to keep the longer pieces on the top and the bottom of my signs. I'm just using this acrylic green paint. You can pick this up at most craft stores. This is the one that's easily accessible to me, and I really don't mind using this type of paint on my signs. I did feel like it was a little bit greener, and so I'm going to figure something out to go back in and fix that. But I didn't really want it to be this bright of green color. So I did put one coat on there, and I thought I was going to use a stencil, so I saved my paint. For the frame, I'm using this gel stain from Wax. I love the gel stain because there is a lot less odor and it dries so much faster. So I just use a foam brush and add stain to my frames and then just use an old t-shirt or rag and wipe it off. And it stains beautifully. The two longer pieces, you do want to make sure that you remember to stain the ends of them. So like I said, I wasn't happy with this green. So I went over with this Waverly Wax. It's not a chalk paint, it's a wax. And I just wanted to kind of mute the green a little bit. So it's not completely dry, which was perfect. And I just added in some of this wax kind of in a whitish color, and then I buffed it out. And then I went in and did the edges because this is a little bit of a chalkboard. I kind of wanted it to have that chalkboard effect too. So I had planned on painting this, and when I went into my craft stash to try to find some stencil vinyl, I wasn't able to do that. So I decided to go ahead and just use regular white vinyl. So I cut that out and weeded it and added it to my sign. It's not how I like to make my signs, but it was what I had to do because I didn't have any stencil vinyl at home. And then I just used the brad nailer and added the frames to my sign, and that was pretty much it. So it was a pretty easy Sunday afternoon project for me, and I'm excited that I got it done and I'm able to add it to my fun little schoolhouse section of our home. I hope that you enjoyed today's video. I hope that you come back for more videos featuring all the fun stuff that I like to do. And in the meantime, I hope that you will join me on my Instagram channel for behind the scenes and more fun stuff. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube so that you are notified every time I upload a video. Have a great day, you guys.